Yeah, I got this little roll-up chainsaw chain filing kit here from Redneck Convent. Pretty cool name. That's what it said anyway on Amazon. Doesn't say it on the thing here. Probably Amazon. You know how they swap things out from China. But yeah, it's a pretty cool kit. It's a standard stuff. It's got, you know, these are good because I think it's a 3/16 file for the 3/8 chain, which is both my chainsaws use that, and there's going to be a third chainsaw. 30-degree angle. I marked it in white nail polish so I could see it better, you know, in case you don't notice it that good. And it's got the depth gauge for the links right here, which is these guys. Like if I put this on his side, you'll see what more I'm talking about. Like these guys right here, right? If they're too high as you sharpen this, because this thing goes back at an angle, these are too high, this doesn't grab. If you bring these down too much, then this grabs too much and your chainsaw is like jerking and all this kind of crap. So basically put it on there. You could see this chain actually is freaking almost new. Got this saw for eBay, and basically the only thing I needed was a fuel line and lots of cleaning and adjustment. Pretty much a new saw that's from like 20-something years ago. Now, I'll tell you the truth, you know, it gives you the file here to bring these down, the guides that come into, whatever you call these things, that come into the right here, that come into the bar, into the cutting tooth, excuse me, that come into the cutting tooth. And I'll tell you the truth, if I was doing this and I had to bring those down, what I would probably do is use the Dremel real quick, real light, with a little cutting stone, and make sure it's like a rounded edge. Don't just hit the tops of these, kind of round it so, you know, it goes into there, you know. Smoother setup that way. That's the way I would do it, because I'm a redneck, okay? You know, I'm pretty good at seeing stuff pretty much by eyeball, even though I'm not experienced at sharpening chainsaws and stuff, but it's just I apply other knowledge to whatever else I'm doing. This, probably best to put it on a vise, but to tell you the truth, what I would do is I would hold this like up, you know, the chain up like that in the front and file it in the back here to put some tension on it, extra tension on it, without even bothering with the freaking tensioner to get it extra tight. And if you're holding the bar like that at the end, it's not going to move that easy because you got more leverage, right? A little common sense. It's kind of like mechanical stuff that I know off right off the top of my head. And then when you go in here, you put it right in this way, right? You got your 30-degree angle, which is this up here on the top, which goes to that's, you know, pretty much every chain out there. The only ones, I think a 10-degree angle is for your ripper chains when you're making lumber with. Now I might get one of those portable Alaska chainsaw mills, because I got another, I got a McCullough Max Pro Max 60, Pro Max 610. That's a 60cc. It's probably enough to make lumber with. And I got another one coming on hand, and I'm probably gonna I might set one up with a ripper chain and one with the regular chain for, you know, cutting firewood. And I actually got 3 or 4 extra carburetors on hand for both. Both those saws will be the same. They're not like this. Just a little guy just for trimming branches and stuff. You know, if I get clogged up carburetors from some sawdust or some crap, you know, because it happens, man. Carburetors are a pain in the ass. You can find that out. So what you do is you go in this direction only, right? Holding the handle, and like I said, I would hold down here on the bar up, you know, to put the tension on the chain a little bit, and then hold the end of the bar this way the saw is not moving around, and sharpen it more from down here. And the other thing is, So you might want to, even though this is supposed to be perfectly flat against here when you're doing this and going in one direction, you can actually go like this. I'm not doing it actually for real because I got to be holding it with two hands. You can go in one direction, but you can pull it back lightly and going in this direction again, as long as you're not pulling it back and trying to file with it. Okay, that's not going to be a problem. I mean, just going back real light is not going to do nothing. And then also, you might want to put this at a slight angle like that. I'm exaggerating it, so you're cutting in here a little bit more, you know, so you're getting in there a little bit more. Otherwise, you might be getting, in other words, you want to make sure you're getting a sharp edge right on here. So, I mean, I'm exaggerating. You might want to put just a, I'm showing it like that, but you might want to put a slight amount of pressure this way, but not that far, but just a slight amount. So it's making a pointy edge right on the edge here. This chain was actually fairly sharp. I was surprised. I mean, I think this chain, I don't think this saw was hardly ever used. I was glad I got it because, you know, and to tell you the truth, that means I'm going to learn how to rebuild this damn thing when it blows up. If it does blow up even right next week, I'm going to learn how to rebuild it, because that's the way I'm going to run. I'm going to understand, even though this is not the best saw in the world, it's better than one of those pull-ins out of freaking the box stores. That's for sure. You know, I don't think I'm going to use it enough. This one, I'm not sure how much I'm going to use it, but I like it because it's small, and I could throw it in my little Suzuki down here. And you got a little roll-up pouch. I could probably attach up near the roof of the hardtop on that and keep it in there somehow. And you know, it'll roll with that. But it's a good little kit, man. It just rolls up in this nice pouch. So you got little pockets in here. Got a snap on here, and then you got this thing that wraps around it. So, and then you got this thing for checking your angles, you know. You put it on. That's what it's for. So you can check your angles right there. Make sure you've done them right, you know. So, but basically this thing is really for, but you know, it's almost like you don't even need that. You almost don't need that, because if you just, you know, if you got, you know, like if you got a brain, like in other words, a lot of times you could see, like with spark plug points and all this kind of crap, you know, spark plug gaps and points, ignitions, you could really see if the gap's right, you know. You could just look down there, and you, actually, even if you put like this, you could see what's going on with those, you know, how far down they are, you know. You could do that too. Now, what I would do, like I said, I'd probably just get the grinding stone on a Dremel and go, you know, because that would round these out right here, excuse me, right here, you know. That's what I would do. I would just touch them up, because I'm not a perfectionist. I want it just to work, and that's it. And I only want to spend like 2 minutes freaking fixing it, and you're done. And what happens in reality with these chainsaws, it's, well, the reality is you got to keep touching them up. I remember that from a long time ago. You really don't want to wait till they're all screwed up, till, you know, till you go to sharpen them. You want to touch them up once in a while. So I usually like the quick and dirty method. But this thing, I think, is vital. And one other thing I want to mention is these files get clogged up. And I start thinking, you know, starting fluid would clean them up pretty good. But you know, I've been playing around with the ultrasonic cleaner lately, with just cleaning tools and bolts and stuff. That would be probably a good thing for like putting something like this in the ultrasonic cleaner. If you want to like clean this all up really good, then after you pull it out, spray it down with some WD-40 so it doesn't rust, and you would get all the crap that's out of here really super good. You know, I think your files would last a lot longer with that ultrasonic cleaner if you clean it up. As a matter of fact, when I got this saw, this sprocket was not turning good. The chain was like kind of, and it just had some real light rust on it. I put all that crap in the ultrasonic cleaner, and it's, you know, it's nice now. So anyway, but that's my latest little gizmo. I forgot what this cost. It's cheap. I said like 20-something bucks or something. And the fact that it rolls up in a pouch and it's got everything you need, it's great. And I also, I don't know how long this would last. I marked this over here. So if you're sharpening the chain, you know where the hell you left off. I don't know how long that'll last, but that's probably a good idea to do every time you sharpen a chain. But that'd be nice if it lasts like this. If you're out in the woods and it stays on there, then you can you know, see where you left off. But anyway, it's a small compact kit. It does everything you need to do. That's what's cool about it, right? And like I said, I'm probably going to do some shit the wrong way, but the right way, because as long as I get the results, and they're maybe not the absolute best, but they're good results, and that's kind of how the way I roll, because I don't like spending too much time doing a lot of this shit sometimes.